Welcome to my happy hour. Coast to Coast is on the air. Game is in progress, and the Braves are batting in the top of the first at Citi Field in New York, and we've got runners on first and second. Welcome in. A-Bomb with you on Friday's version of Coast to Coast. We're winding down the season. This is the last series of 2019 regular season. Welcome in, Gibby. Good to be with you. It's been a few days. So the Braves are batting. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Back-to-back singles from Dansby, who was leading off, and then Ozzy Albies hitting second. And so Freddie's up to bat. He's been off for a couple of days. In fact, he did not make the trip to Kansas City because of that elbow issue. It appears that he is okay now. Wes Brooks is joining us in the dugout. So the 1-0 pitch to Freeman in the top of the first. Double play shot over to second for one, and Freddie beats the relay at first. So actually a pretty decent out, productive out. Runners on the corners now. And Freddie's on with a fielder's choice. Marcus Stroman pitching for the Mets tonight. He brings a 3-2 record and a 3.36 earned run average. The Braves have 97 wins on the season, and they need to sweep this 3-game series to hit the 100 mark. However, it matters not. Win or lose, these games do not matter to the Braves. They cannot improve their playoff position by winning any of these games, and they cannot make it worse by losing any of these games. And we'll talk a little bit later about the National League playoff picture. And we're still a few days away from knowing who the Braves' first round opponent will be. The only thing left in the National League to decide is the Central. And Donaldson with a base hit into right field the other way. And the Braves are up 1-0 in the first. The only thing left to settle in the National League is the Central. And we'll see if Milwaukee can win that division, or will it be St. Louis? Braves 11-5 against the Mets this year. And here is Markakis. He is batting fifth tonight. And he looks at a ball. So glad everybody could join me. How you living on a Friday night? Going into a big sports weekend. We've got 3 with the Mets. Falcons versus Tennessee Sunday. I will bring that one to you right here. And there's a base hit the other way from Markakis into left field. Here comes Freddie around third, and he is safe. Play at the plate. He's safe. That was close. Let's see if anybody plans to challenge this play. And Braves already 4 hits in the first. Here is the replay. Looks like he was probably safe. Looks like, the throw was right there. Did he get under it? I don't know. But apparently no challenge from the Mets. So 2-0 Braves. Matt Joyce steps up with 2 on and 1 out. We see the Bone Crushers in. Joyce, 298. Welcome in, Robert Hedrick. Chop on.
Last start against the Reds lasted 4 2/3 innings. I'm told he wasn't feeling well in that game. Came out early. Will give up 2 runs against Cincinnati.
I just got off work. Good to be off work. Good to be done with that week. Now it's time to get happy up in here. Joyce pops up a short one over to the third baseman. Little half-ass pop-up, and there's 2 outs now. Dr. Popo is back. So Tyler Flowers catching tonight and batting 7th, and that's ball 1 to him. Go ahead and let's stack up some likes tonight. Let's get going on that. We got 3 of those so far. Anybody new on board, go ahead and subscribe if you will. And as you see on your screen, this is your official postseason hangout. And between Bone Crusher and myself, we will do our best to bring you every possible game. We know in the playoffs, there's some odd starting times, some day games occasionally during the week. So those are difficult to cover, but all of your prime time action will be either covered by me or Bone Crusher, and you see the link to his channel in my description. Walking Legend is in the house. Walking Legend feeling a little bit down. Their long time, the Cincinnati Reds, a long time, since 1974. Play-by-play guy retired yesterday. So he called Cincinnati Reds games from 1974. That is 45 years by my count. And his very first game in 1974, Hank Aaron's 715th home run. Or 14th. I don't know which one it was. It wasn't the one in Atlanta, but it was right around that time. I thought I had that story straight. Apparently not. I need to go back and fact check that. Maybe Walking Legend can help us out. What was memorable about Marty Brenneman's first ever call in 1974 in that game? Hank Aaron did something in that game. And of course, Tom Brenneman, his son, we see him a lot on Falcons broadcasts on Fox Sports. Okay, actually, Legend, the 714 was tying. That's what it was. He tied Babe Ruth's record with that home run. And then 715 was hit in Atlanta on a different date. So that'll do it for the Braves in the first. Tyler Flowers down on strikes, but 2 runs come across to score. So we head to the bottom of the first inning. Braves 2 and Mets coming up to bat. Coast to Coast, we'll be right back. Dallas Keuchel making his final regular season start tonight. The 31-year-old from Oklahoma has a 8-7 record on the year and a 3.59 ERA, and all signs point to him being our Game 1 playoff starter. So by all means, let's see a solid performance from Keuchel tonight. Nimmo leading us off for the Mets.
Must have sounded like a ball. That's just my guess. 2-0 pitch. There we go. It's 2-1 to Brandon Nimmo.
So here are your playoff teams for the National League. The Braves, the Dodgers, the Brewers, the Cardinals, and the Nationals. But we're probably not going to know who our opponent is probably till Sunday. Milwaukee's been red hot, and they have a shot at actually winning the division. So it's just a matter of now, will it be St. Louis or Milwaukee winning the Central? Here's the 2-2 pitch to Nimmo. That's a foul ball. Another 2-2 pitch. That one, strike three swinging. Nimmo retired. And that is out number one. Cubs and Cardinals getting underway from St. Louis at the top of the hour. And the Brewers at the Rockies at about the same time. We will keep an eye on those, definitely. Thanks for hopping in here, Sports Gaming. Chop on. Yeah, the Cubs are eliminated. Oh, God, Pete Alonso, forget about that one. And that's number 50 for the rookie. Check it, number 52 for the rookie, Pete Alonso. This guy and Austin Riley were both kind of going head-to-head for a little while. But Alonso, definitely the better rookie by a long shot. And I think he just broke a possible rookie record for home runs. So it's 2-1 Braves. Mets get one back. Got it out to the shortest part of Citi Field. Solo home run, and back to work goes Keuchel. J.D. Davis in the box with an 0-1 count. 0-2. As we mentioned earlier, these games are meaningless for the Braves. Whether they win or lose, it matters not in the playoff seeding. Dodgers already clinched the best record in the league. And yes, I do feel like we will win this game tonight for sure, even though it doesn't matter. J.D. Davis batting .305, 20 home runs, 53 driven in. Nobody on base, one out, and a 2-2 count to J.D. Davis. Two-two pitch. This one, line down the left field line. Gonna be extra bases. Double of the stand-up variety. With just one out for J.D. Davis, number 22 on the year. You know, we flirted with 300 subscribers the other day. We actually hit it and then went backwards. That happens sometimes. We'll eventually get over that hump. But thanks for the sub, Mr. Sports Talking and Games. Much obliged. Here's Todd Frazier in the cleanup spot. And he is hit by a pitch. So Keuchel not looking so good here in the first inning. Solo home run given up. And now we've got 2 runners on and 1 out after hitting Frazier in the left shoe. Come on, Keuchel, get focused. Here's Rosario, 286 average. Shortstop, Ahmed Rosario, 286 on the year, 15 home runs, 71 RBIs, 2 on, 1 out. One and 2 on Rosario. Fouled away, still 1 and 2. Fulte pitching tomorrow. He'll go on the hill for the Braves. That is a 7:15 Eastern. Bone Crusher already has his channel ready to go for that. And then Sunday's game has Mike Soroka. And yes, Mark Lane, a double play would be key. Another foul ball. Alex Wood, the former Braves pitcher. Pitched for the Dodgers for a minute. Now with the Reds. And another 1-2 to Rosario inside. 21 pitches from Keuchel already. First inning. There's a strikeout. Swung and a miss. Rosario retired. That's the second strikeout of the inning. Joe Panic with 2 outs in the first. 1 run in on the Alonso home run, number 52 for the rookie. Panic, a former San Francisco Giant, batting .242 this year. It's 2-0 on him right now. 2 outs, 2 on. Oh yeah, legend, and thanks. Yeah, Ronald Acuna is not on this road trip. Since it's meaningless, he is resting the hip back home. Let's hope this is all in the name of precautionary measures. There's a foul ball, 2-2. Long bottom of the first for Keuchel and the Braves. Here comes pitch number 27. In the dirt, full count. Runners will get the head start. Come on, Keuchel. Here is the full count pitch. It is fouled away. We'll do it again. Yeah, that is a tough question, Legend. My favorite Brave of all time. Chipper's definitely on the list. Henry Aaron definitely on the list. 3-2 pitch to Panic is ball 4. Bases are loaded. And here comes Kranitz, our pitching coach. This is what you get from Keuchel. At least in 2019, we've seen, not so consistent. Definitely worth it. I'm glad we got Keuchel instead of, who am I thinking of? I'm glad we got Keuchel instead of whoever went to the Cubs. Can't think of his name right now. Now, that was not my opinion at the time at all. I was hoping we'd get the closer. But he has stunk it up for the Cubbies. I can't even think of his name anymore. That's how meaningless he is to me these days. But the guy that was the Braves closer that threw like 105 miles an hour, Kimbrel. That's who I'm trying to think of. So glad the Cubbies ended up with Kimbrel. And we ended up with Keuchel. But Keuchel is going to have these games where he's going to get the pitch count up early. Maybe go 5 at best. And, you know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to point out that that's the Braves' weakness in these playoffs, is going to be our starting pitching specifically. And thank you, Mark Lane. I finally thought of it. Yeah, Craig Kimbrel. Apparently there was a good reason why he went unsigned until the very middle of the season. And finally, we're out of the first inning on a ground out. But the Cubs, or check it, but the Mets get one on the board with the Alonso home run. That's the only run that scores, but a lot of pitches for Keuchel in the bottom of the first inning. So let's go back to work on offense, and we will see you in the top of the second, back on Coast to Coast when that returns. Top of the second, and Billy Hamilton leads off. 8, 9, and 1 batters due up. That was a long ass first inning. Over half an hour. So it's quickly 1 and 2 on Hamilton. And I was wrong. Acuna did make the road trip, but he's not playing, and he's not going to play on the road trip. He is in the dugout. 1-2 pitch to Hamilton is low. We're live from Citi Field. At least the game is. I'm coming at you live from Gwinnett County, Metro Atlanta, where it got up to 91 degrees today. And it's still way too hot. That is why you hear the air conditioning running. My HVAC unit is only like 10 feet away from the mic. So please bear with us. And there's a strikeout. Hamilton retired. And here's Keuchel. Pitch to him is low. Swings and misses. It's 1-1. Dansby playing leadoff tonight. He is on deck. Tapper back to the mound. Stroman, soft toss over to Alonso for out number 2. And it's back to the top of the order for the Bravos. A lightning strike, says Westbrooks. Let's see, you're up in Bartow County. Am I correct on that? So here's Dansby, had a single first time up. Nice to see his bat come alive. It's finally time. You know, he spent a considerable amount of time on the injured list, and then in the 2 or 3 weeks since he's been back, has not been able to get it going until this week. That is a very positive sign. Swing and a miss to Dansby, 2-1. All right, Westbrooks will stay safe and keep your weather radio handy. And another base hit for Dansby. Infield hit for him. Shortstop got the glove on it. But that was about it. So he's 2 for 2. And he's on first with 2 out. Top of the second inning. And so we will see Ozzie Albies step in next. Here's the pitch to Ozzie, batting left-handed this time against the righty. Dansby's headed to second, and he is safe on the stolen base. That's his 9th of the year. So he's on second. RBI opportunity for Ozzie. Good throw, probably would have had him. But as it is, runner on second. And the pitch now to Ozzie. A little bit low. It's 2-0 to Ozzie. Freddie Freeman would be next. And how about this? Ozzie even 300 on the year. Fantastic. 24 home runs, 86 ribbies. You cannot not ask for more from a second baseman. And he handles the glove very well. There's strike one. Check it, strike two. It's 2-2 to Ozzie. Two to Oz. Here it is. That's a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. There's a line drive foul. Still 2-2. Good battle going on. What is everybody doing for the weekend? If you're anywhere around Georgia, weather should be good. A little bit warm, but perfect day to go outside tomorrow or Sunday. Another foul, still 2-2. Juan Gotti in. And I know you can't wait for the Nationals in the playoffs. They've been really hot lately, so there's no reason to think they can't take this thing a long way. So Stroman's pitch count is getting up there as well. 42 pitches through 1 2/3. So Juan Gotti, the Redskins are actually one team doing worse than the Falcons. There aren't too many of those. Miami comes to mind. Here's a mound visit. Westbrook says NASCAR and football this weekend. Does not get better than that, right? 2-2 pitch. Oh, man, nice play. Third baseman guns down Ozzie at first. And that retires the side. So nothing doing for the Braves in their half of the second. We head to the bottom of the inning now, where the Mets and the Braves are doing baseball battle. Braves 2, Mets 1. And we will be right back. Here we are in the bottom of the second inning. Braves up 2-1. Welcome in Tony Richmond. Go Braves. Chop on with it. Nito batting for the Mets. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up in the bottom of the second for New York. Yeah, Georgia football has the bye week. Yeah, nobody wants to face the Brewers now, right? They've won like 18 out of 20, some kind of crazy number. Although you know they're going to have to cool down sometime. I'm confident in whoever we play, especially in this first round. One-two pitch. Rung him up. Strike 3. And that is strikeout number 3 for Keuchel. Oh, thanks, Swan. Yeah, I do have a relatively new mic. I've had it for, I guess, about a month. First couple of weeks, I didn't have the settings right on it. Bone Crusher actually was the one that brought that to my attention, and he got my settings straight on it. So thanks for noticing. Yeah, it's a pretty good mic. Costs close to $100. It was kind of like the mid-level mic. You know, they had some for, I mean, you can spend up to, I don't know, $500 or $600 for a top-of-the-line PC mic. So here's a pitcher, Stroman, and it's quickly 0-2 on him. Speaking of Bone Crusher, we know he's going to show back up tonight at some point. It is 8 o'clock on a Friday night. Welcome to our coverage of Braves at METS. The 0-2 pitch to Stroman. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. 2 quick outs. And that's the 4th K for Keuchel. Back to the top of the order with Nimmo. And he fouls away the first pitch. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's low. So Fulte tomorrow night for the Braves, 7:15 Eastern start. Bone Crusher has that. Sunday, Mike Soroka gets the 3:10 Eastern start. And that will do it for the Braves regular season. There's a grounder over to first base. Freddie takes it himself, and that is finally a quick and easy 1-2-3 inning for Keuchel. So we head to the third inning. Braves 2, Mets 1. We're back. Freddie Freeman is up, and he has had a career high in home runs and RBIs this year. This time, however, he is going to ground out to the second baseman in the shift. Second baseman playing shallow right. And Tony Richmond, I don't think we know who our opponent is yet. Now, if anybody can fact check that and correct me if I'm wrong, that would be dope if you could do that. But I don't think we know the opponent. I think we're going to have to wait until the Central is wrapped up before we'll figure that out. So here's Josh Donaldson, 1 for 1 with an RBI. Donaldson and then Markakis due up third in the inning. That one bounced up there. 2-1 to Josh. I don't see Mexican for Golovkin on board. Must mean he is working tonight. The 2-1 pitch to Josh. Just a little bit low. Right, Mark. We do know games 1 and 2 are in Atlanta. That much we know. Who's coming into play and what time those games start is still up in the air. In fact, I was thinking about getting a ticket for next Friday, but I don't know what time the game starts, and I'm not able to get off work in case it's a day game, which we see a lot in the playoffs. So it's looking like if I am going to go to a Braves playoff game, it's going to have to be in round 2, so we got to win the first round. Just so your boy A-Bomb can make it to a game. I tried to ask my boss for next Friday off. Nope, can't do it. We're already shorthanded. So here's Markakis. Donaldson walked, so he's on first with 1 out. And it's 1-1 on Markakis. He's looked pretty good. He didn't require any warm-up time. He came out of the gate swinging as soon as he came off the injured list. Top of the third. Braves up a run. And there's a thrower to first. Donaldson back. There's strike 2. Foul ball, it's still 1-2. And Juan Gotti's reporting 300 subs. Okay, well, thanks so much. This is actually the second time that we've hit that mark. Maybe it'll stick this time. We really got to crank it a good, up to about 310 before we're confident that it won't drop back below. But thanks, guys. Appreciate that. That's right, Juan Gotti. I am now 30% of the way home. And there's a strikeout, by the way. Markakis is retired. 2 outs. And up steps Matt Joyce. 0 for 1, 297 on the year. Solid. Mostly off the bench, but he's been playing every day for the past month? Ever since Ender Enciarte had to go back on the disabled list. And Juan Gotti, we hit that Sunday. I had 300 Sunday, and then a couple of them dropped off. That's just how it goes sometimes. And so that'll do it. Matt Joyce lines out for out number 3. We now head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And it's still the Braves 2 and the Mets 1. Coast to Coast will return right after the break. So Pete Alonso leading off in the bottom of the third for the Mets. Had a solo home run. Number 52 is last at bat. And this time it's 1-2 on the Mets rookie. So 2, 3, and 4 batters do it for the Mets in the bottom of the third. Keuchel kicks and fires. Here comes the 1-2. A little bit outside. And you know it, Tony Richmond. The struggle is real, my friend. We're just out here battling, doing what we can do to keep the dream alive. So the 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Oh, Mark Lane. Are you talking about the one? Oh, yeah. We remember that one. That was when the stupid infield fly rule got called. That was not an infield fly. And Braves fans littered the field with beer cups. God, that was ugly. I was not there, but I was certainly watching that from home. That is a low moment in Braves history. We're going to blame that on the umpires. In fact, that was the very first year that new wild card rule went into effect, where there were 2 wild card teams and then you play the 1-game playoff. That is not a situation you want to put yourself in. You want to win that division. So glad the Braves did that this time around. And there's a lead off walk. Lead off walk from Keuchel. So Alonso was on first base. J.D. Davis had a double his last time up. And nice play by Joyce. Tracked down a line drive. Out number 1. Matt Joyce playing right field tonight. And J.D. Davis smoked one out there, and he hauled it in for out number 1. So that brings up Todd Frazier, third baseman, batting .243, 21 home runs, 67 RBIs, hit by a pitch his last time up. Double play would be awesome right about now. Quickly 2-0 to Frazier. Three and 0. Keuchel turning in a mediocre performance so far for or during the first 3 innings tonight. 57 pitches, only 1 run given up. Double play ball. Nope, that's through into center field for a base hit. So we've got runners on first and second with 1 out. Got the ground ball, but it was right in the hole. So here's Ahmed Rosario, shortstop, 0 for 1. 15 home runs, 71 RBIs, and a 286 average. As we mentioned earlier, it does not matter if the Braves lose all 3 games. At least as far as our playoff push goes, it does not change anything about our seeding. But from a psychological standpoint, you want to look good going into the playoffs. There's a base hit. Alonso around third. He will score, and this game is tied 2-2. Alonso comes in to score, and it's a tie ball game in New York. Braves have handled their business with the Mets this year, an 11-5 record. All right, Westbrook, see ya. Oh, nice play, Markakis on a sinking line drive. Saved another run or 2 on that play. And I'm going to make a comment that has nothing to do with the baseball game, but everything to do with Jeff Francoeur, the announcer. I don't like this guy as an announcer. That one gets away. Keuchel deals a wild pitch, and the runners move up to second and third with 2 out. And Lagares, the batter, he's 0 for 1. I just haven't heard Francoeur say one thing yet this season that I felt added to the broadcast or added content. Everybody's got their opinion, but I think we could do better in the broadcasting booth. There's ball 3, 3-0 to Lagares. So Keuchel in danger of walking the bases loaded. Finally a strike, 3-1. Three-one pitch. That's a foul ball, full count. Make sure to hit us up with a like if you haven't done that yet. Anybody new on board, if you like Atlanta sports, you definitely want to subscribe. We've got that for you. Braves playoff action all throughout the postseason, and then Falcons for you this Sunday. And as we mentioned before, Bone Crusher brings you all the Braves games that I don't. And you can find the link to his channel in my description. Mark Lane, yes, I definitely prefer Glavine. They kind of split their time. Sometimes it's Glavine in there, sometimes it's Francoeur, sometimes it's both. And yeah, I'll definitely take Tom Glavine any day over Frenchie. Still 3-2. Absolutely, Richmond. This is a very important year. We want to do more than just win the division. We've proven we can do that last couple of years. We want to go on an extended run. And there's ball 4, nowhere near the zone. So bases are loaded with 2 out. So, racking up the pitches. Keuchel is up to 68, and we are just through 2 2 2/3 innings. That is. And here is Nito. He's 0 for 1. And welcome in Jay Bentley, 19. Yeah, he does remind you of a young Andrew Jones. Very similar in their talents. They were both considered 5-tool players. Ground ball to short. Dansby with a long throw to first, and finally we are out of the inning. So only 1 run scored, but another bunch of pitches for Keuchel. But it's 2-2 as we head to the 4th inning. Tyler Flowers leads us off as soon as we come back. And you're watching Coast to Coast on a Friday night with A-Bomb. So Milwaukee is just 1 game behind the Cardinals. So that is your major drama in the National League. That is the one division that has not been wrapped up yet. So Tyler Flowers at the plate. 7, 8, 9 batters due up for Atlanta in the 4th. And let's check on some scores. Why don't we? Indians and Nationals tied at 2 in the 5th inning. Reds 4, Pirates nothing in the 5th. And the pitch to Flowers, that's a foul ball. It's 0-2 on him. Marlins have a 4-2 lead on the Phillies. In the 4th, the Phillies are eliminated. Thank God for that. Isn't that nice to say? Don't you love that? Who saw that coming before the season started? In the 5th inning, the Rays have a 3-0 lead on the Blue Jays. Orioles up 3-0 on the Red Sox. Cubs and Cardinals just underway from St. Louis. That's the one we want to keep an eye on. And there's a swing and a miss from Flowers. He is down on strikes. Yankees up 1-0 on the Rangers. And the Brewers and the Rockies just underway from Colorado. It is Brewers 1, Rockies 0 in the first. Twins and Royals and a rain delay from Kansas City. And then all other action coming your way a little bit later on tonight. Scoreboard update brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. And Bentley, I don't know if Andrew had a 40-40 year. It's quite possible. I think the one difference so far between Acuna and Andrew Jones is that Acuna appears to hit for average a little bit better than Andrew. So far into his short career. There's a hit for Billy Hamilton. He's on first with 1 out. So here's Keuchel. What does he do? Is he going to bunt? Showing bunt. Here's the pitch. And that will be a ball. Right, Bentley. Yeah, Andrew Jones struck out a lot. But as far as his fielding, like, he's probably... I would say Andrew, at least, you know, when his career was over, slightly better edge on the fielding part of it, but only very slightly. Okay, well, Mark Lane disagrees. I don't know, man. It didn't get much better than Andrew in center. But there's no reason to believe why Acuna will not be on par, you know, there. I think he just has another year or two to prove himself. Runner goes, and the bunt was fouled, so send Hamilton back to first. It's 1-1 on Keuchel. Dansby Swanson leading off and will be next. He's in the on-deck circle. Shows bunt, takes ball 2, 2-1. And if you like our Braves coverage, we will bring plenty of that to you in the playoffs, so please subscribe if you have not done so. 2-1 pitch, instead back to first, Hamilton back. We're on top of the 4th, 2-2 is our score. And so far, this game is pretty much moving at a snail's pace. Runner goes this time. Hamilton steals second with no throw. Catcher dropped the ball. So he's on second base. And now a bunt would get him over to third. And Hamilton's hand got beat up a little bit on that steal. He must have jammed it. Here's 2-2 pitch. Keuchel showing bunt again, even on strike two, and he gets it down successfully. And so sacrifice successful. And that puts Hamilton on third. However, there are now 2 out. You know, Bentley, I would hope so. I would love to see Chipper back. But I think he would have probably done this by now. That's my thinking. But, you know, he's still relatively young. Chipper's probably about 46 or 7. Somewhere in that range. So, yeah, there's still time for him to get into the coaching game. It seemed to me like he sounded interested in that a few years ago. And I figured he would have probably already gotten his foot in the door if that's where he wanted to go. And you're right, Mark. That was a good bunt. Problem is there's 2 outs. So we're going to have to get this run in via a base hit or wild pitch. Dansby's 2 for 2. And he looks at ball 2. It's 2-0. And we'd like to welcome in Linda Ferreira. Welcome into the dugout. Good to have you along. Here is the pitch to Dansby. It is outside 2. It is, check that, 3-0 to Dansby. Ozzy Albies would be next if he reaches. Here comes pitch number 70 of the evening for Stroman. Dansby had the green light. Did not come anywhere close to that one in the dirt. It's 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Dansby. It is called strike 2, so we've got a full count. Come on, Dansby, let's break this tie. And Linda, appreciate you joining us here. We are not able to actually show game footage for you, but we'll tell you about the game. We'll talk about it in the dugout. And hopefully you stick around with us. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Dansby is retired, and so are the Braves. So, opportunity goes by the wayside there. Had a runner on third, but in fairness, he didn't get there until 2 outs were on the board. So we head now to the bottom of the 4th inning. We're tied at 2 from New York. Bottom of the fourth, 9, 1, and 2 hitters are due up for the Mets. Stroman lays down a bunt. It was a good one, but it went foul. He would have beat it otherwise. We do welcome Mets fans in here, but we are definitely a Braves house and a Falcons and Hawks house. Yeah, you can read all about the new baseballs and the fact that Major League Baseball now has a controlling interest in the company that makes the balls, Rawlings. That's a new development. So that does not help anybody squash any conspiracy theories. It just revs it up even more. Nice play, Dansby, backhand, and he throws out the pitcher. There's out number 1. All right, so back to the top of the order. And no 1, 2, 3 inning here because that is a base hit into center field. So Keuchel just cannot string together consecutive 1, 2, 3s. And pitch count for him up to 74. Linda, I'm not sure what channel the Mets broadcast would be on wherever you are. I am watching the game on Fox Sports. And we've got another mound visit. Tyler Flowers out to chat with Keuchel, trying to settle him down a little bit. Here's Alonso again, 1 for 1, home run and a walk. This dude has 52 home runs and 119 RBIs, a lock for the NL Rookie of the Year. Max Scherzer will start the wild card game on Tuesday for the Nats versus whoever the NL Central wild card winner is. Or in other words, I should say, Washington will either play St. Louis or Milwaukee, depending on how that turns out. Lonzo pops one out. Ozzy Albies takes care of that. 2 outs in the 4th. Yeah, Bentley, you and me both, man. I'm a longtime Braves fan. Been through a lot of ups and downs, mostly downs. Let's hope that changes this year. Make a deep postseason run. And you're absolutely right, Tony. Yes, the ball is definitely traveling farther, harder. These guys are putting sometimes fairly weak swings up on a ball, and yet they still leave the yard. And Linda Ferrer, I'm sorry to disappoint. The Mets have been eliminated from playoff contention. Hope that doesn't ruin your night. But yes, they're out of it. We've only got 3 more games to go. And the Mets were eliminated probably about a week ago. So here's JD Davis, 1 for 2 with a double. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him. This one's pretty well hit to right field. Back. Just over the wall. The Mets take a 2-run lead. 21st home run for JD Davis on the season. And it's 4-2 Mets. Keuchel not having a very good night tonight. Well, damn. And Linda, the Braves are definitely in the playoffs. We know that much. It's a very disappointing night for Keuchel. Isn't locating very well. When he does get it over the plate, they're leaving the yard. Metal. I was wondering what. I'm not really into metal that much. Like, you know, I'll listen to a little Motley Crue every now and then. But absolutely, yeah, we all remember, at least us Braves fans, when Chipper named one of his sons Shea. Because Chipper pretty much owned the Mets throughout the entire decade of the 90s and beyond. Now, this is just a garbage game from Keuchel. 3-2 on Frazier. Keuchel 8-7 on the season. And ERA's not too shabby at 3.59, but he just strikes me as slightly better than mediocre, and there's a 2-out walk. And this game is just going on and on, too. We're only in the 4th inning. We've been at this for about an hour and a half. So it looks like the Braves bullpen is getting warmed up. Here's the 5th place man for the Mets. Rosario is 1 for 2 tonight. Back to the mound, little tapper. Keuchel throws on to first, and that finally retires the side in the 4th inning. But a J.D. Davis 2-run bomb for the Mets has put them in front. And we now head to the 5th inning from Citi Field. Mets 4, Braves 2. Here's Ozzy Albies leading us off in the top of the 5th. All right, Hedrick is back. Maybe he can bring us some good luck. Braves in a little bit of a hole. It's 4-2 Mets now. Braves took a 2-0 lead in the first, but Keuchel has been pretty mediocre tonight and has now surrendered the lead. And here's something I've noticed about Keuchel. It seems like he has a good start every other start. So it seems like he alternates between a good start and a bad start. That has been my observation. So if that holds, that means his next start, which will be in the playoffs, he'll win that one.
Poor guys. Yeah, the fanatic is truly great with that man that the Braves are.
So Ozzy Albies, then Freddie Freeman, then Nick Markakis due up here in the 5th inning. It's 2-2 to Ozzy.
It's Alec Mills and Daniel Hudson. Excuse me, Dakota Hudson. Beg your pardon for St. Louis. The man's taking some heat because he's not playing as regulars in that series. I'll explain why after the 2-2 pitch.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Ozzy.
Which is a
And that's strike 3 called. Ozzy retired. 6th strikeout for Stroman.
leads off the 5th inning one away.
Set up in so it looked a little bit farther out. I think it's just how we caught the ball. And it was a late call. That was part of the issue here.
Don't know about that one. Not much of an argument from Ozzy. And Freddie Freeman at battery.
So here's Freddie.
And his
0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, Brewers are not happy that the Cubs are shorthanded. No Baez, no Bryant, no Rizzo. Hendricks is shut down. Lester, I think, is shut down for them.
So the 1-0 pitch to Freddie.
I'm not going to play hurt players.
That's high, 2-0. All right, Linda. Well, thanks for joining us. Hope we'll see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe on your way out. Thank you. Looks like the players are taking a quick timeout. Citi Field is in the final approach area for LaGuardia Airport, and sometimes those jets get a little too loud. So it's 2-0. We're back at it. Pitch just misses. 3-0 to Freddie. Freddie gets the green light, swings and misses. It's 3-1. Three one is popped up. Will it stay in play? No, it's 3-2. Markakis on deck. And look who's back. It's Bone Crusher. 3-2 to Freddie. That one is hit to the second baseman again in the shift. That's the second time he's done that tonight. And there's 2 outs. And Bone Crusher, what's going on, man? Is there something cooking? You got the grill fired up in the back. I know it's about that time. And Crusher reports 301 subs, so thank you. We'll see if we can hold on to it this time. you see the billboard on the screen. Between Bone Crusher and myself, we will bring you much Braves playoff action this season. And if you're looking to hit up his channel, it's in my description. It's 1-1 to Donaldson. He's 1 for 1 today. There's strike 2, 1 and 2 now. So here's the 1-2 pitch to Donaldson. Just a bit outside, 2-2. And Bentley, how do you sub? Well, there's a subscribe button that you should see on your screen somewhere. It's like a big red square button. Two to Donaldson. Did he go? Did he check his swing? He did check his swing. And it's 3-2 with 2 outs and nobody on. Three-two pitch. Here it comes. That's a ground ball over short. Throw to first, and the side is retired. Braves not able to put anything across in the 5th inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th from New York. Not good news so far. The Mets have a 4-2 lead. You're watching Coast to Coast with A-Bomb, and I will be right back after this important message. Panic leads off the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 9 o'clock on a Friday night from Metro Atlanta. Welcome into our coverage of Braves versus Mets on Coast to Coast. Keuchel still in.
Out of play. So Ortega will take over the 8th place on the
91 pitches.
Hamilton Snowman base.
And we'll see you next time, Linda. Thanks so much.
Might have hurt himself as he stole a base in the 4th inning.
Bernie, what do you have on the rotation?
Little Tapper first.
Tapper over to the mound, but Flowers picks it up and throws on to first. He caught up with the ball before Keuchel did and made a nice play. 1 out.
I think that's a great hit, meaning this series, Keuchel, Folty, and Soroka. He did say that he could change it up if they got past this series and went to the next series, and let's face it. You might switch it around a little bit, and if you
Here's Lagares, 0 for 1.
maybe you face the Dodgers,
And he's batting 7th tonight for the Mets.
Unleash your left pass.
absolutely, all day.
Juan Lagares is the hitter with 1 out. Colorado.
And Hedrick, good point. You would think that this would be Keuchel's last inning just because of the pitch count alone.
As great as Milwaukee has played 3 games this Saturday,
Juan Lagares, center fielder.
real tough.
Comes the 1-1 pitch to him.
Another Little Tapper. Michael couldn't get it. Dansby can.
Infield hit. Keuchel could not field that little tapper. By the time Dansby got to it, it was too late. So, once again, not a 1-2-3 inning.
Ball perfect, he's not thrown out. Lagares,
Infield hit for Lagares.
That's an infield hit.
take a look at here. This looks like he stumbled coming off right there. Yeah.
Washington's just taken a 7-2 lead over Cleveland.
And for all intents and purposes, probably not Cleveland out tonight.
And they are in a big battle in the American League wild card. Cleveland is 2 games out of the second wild card spot.
Behind Tampa, who's up 3-0 in the 7th.
So, with the runner on first and 1 out, here is Thomas Nido.
Next year, got all good in Tampa Bay, but like the wild card,
He's the catcher tonight. Limited play this year, 200 average, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs.
clinched their divisions. Austin Wolf, by the way, is the man on the mound for Washington. He's gone 6 innings and 2-run ball.
I know it's the American League, but when you think about it, I think with the Astros up 2 games on the Yankees for best, that Yankees point series, they might set a record for home runs hit in a series.
It's been 300 plus.
That's what I'm saying. Never been done before.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Could be a double play. To second for 1, to first. Finally, our first double play of the game. And that works like a 1-2-3 inning. Only 3 players came to the plate in the 5th. So we head to the 6th inning. Markakis will lead us off when we get there. And when we do, the score will be the Mets 4 and the Braves 2. Be right back. Top of the 6, and leading off for us is Markakis. 5, 6, and 7 batters due up for Atlanta. Cakes 1 for 2 tonight. And it's 1-1. One pitch. That one's in the dirt. Nationals up 7-2 on the Cleveland Indians, and that could be the knockout punch for Cleveland if that score holds. Reds up 4-3 on the Pirates in a meaningless game. Phillies and Marlins tied at 4 in a similar kind of game there. Rays and Jays are in the 7th inning. The Rays up 3-0 on the Jays. Cubs Cardinals scoreless in the 3rd. Brewers 2, Rockies 1 in the 4th. Scoreboard update brought to you by VHSbarn.ga. Turn your videotapes into digital gold. And that is the Bone Crusher's side hustle website. Stroman still in the game. 95 pitches for him. We expect to see a new Atlanta pitcher when we hit the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball to 3rd. And nice play by the first baseman, Pete Alonso. The throw was off target, but he came down with it anyway and tagged the runner out. All right, then. So 1 out, top of the 6th, and up steps Matt Joyce. Nobody on, 1 out. And there's strike 1. And Falcons fans, we got the game for you Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern. Tennessee Titans come to Atlanta. It's a must win for the Falcons. The live reaction stream starts 1 p.m. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Matt Joyce. It's way outside.
Look at what he's done as a starter. 4 walks and strikeouts. In the 37 games he started coming into play tonight. And an on-base machine.
3-1 to Joyce.
These righties don't matter. And you said it going the other way. If you go take a look at his spring.
Run that by me again, Mark Lane. Who is Cobwebs? Who the hell is Cobwebs? Here's a 3-1. And here comes pitch number 101 for Stroman, and it's a strike. 3-2 on Joyce.
Full count. Stroman 8 ground ball outs, 6 strikeouts. 2 runs, 6 hits. In his final start of 2019.
Bone Crusher has tomorrow night's live reaction Braves. It's a 7:15 Eastern start, and Fulte on the hill for the Braves. And as we mentioned before, you can find Crusher's channel, link in my description.
433-foot blast in the 4th inning. That puts Milwaukee up 2-1 over the Rockies. Nationals trying to shatter Cleveland's dreams tonight. They've got a big lead. That's lead 4-2.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Matt Joyce. And he swings and misses, strike 3.
7 strikeouts for Stroman.
That's 7 Ks for Stroman.
Fans, the jerseys won on Los Bravos night can be yours through the Jerseys Off Our Backs auction. Those jerseys are game-worn and authenticated. The auction is live. It runs through October 19th at 8 o'clock. And all 5 man roster photos and jerseys are up for auction at braves.com/jerseys.
So nobody on base, 2 outs, top of the 6th. It will be Tyler Flowers' turn to bat. And he gets hit on the first pitch. So he'll go on to first base with 2 out. And Billy Hamilton is due up next. That one got him on the elbow. So we've got a pinch hitter. It's Rafael Ortega batting for Billy Hamilton. And that's a strike to him. Next pitch is swung on a missed. 0-2. Foul back, still 0-2. Mark Lane, a home run would be key right here. Ortega does represent the tying run. Here's the 0-2 pitch, fouled away. As we mentioned before, these games, these last 3 with the Mets are completely meaningless games. They will not help or hurt the Braves no matter how we do in these games, no matter if we win or lose. So it's really all about just getting our pitching rotation squared away and set up. Keeping everybody, you know, in practice, keep everybody sharp. And again, if we win all three, the Braves will have 100 wins on the year. And here's the 1-2 pitch again to Ortega. That's a ball that gets away, wild pitch, and Tyler Flowers moves to second. So here's the 2-2. That's inside, 3-2. Pitcher spot due up next. So we'll see another pinch hitter if Ortega manages to reach base. Here's the 3-2. Swings and misses, strike 3. So nothing doing for the Braves again in the 6th inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th from Citi Field in New York. My name's A-Bomb. You're watching Coast to Coast, and the show will return after this. Anthony Swarzak is your new Braves pitcher. And he will face Mets pinch hitter Michael Conforto. Starting off the bottom of the 6th inning. Braves only down by 2, so got to hold them right here. Here comes the 1-1. It's a foul ball. It's 1-2. We got 22 likes. Thanks so much for that. Picked up a bunch of subs. Again, much obliged on that. So glad you could join me on this final stand, on this final series that is of the year. Of the regular season, that is. And it's quickly 1-2 on Conforto. So that'll do it for Stroman, the pitcher for the Mets. Pitched quite a good game tonight. There's the 1-2. And there's a strikeout. Only runs tonight from the Braves so far all came in the first inning. And after that, he really settled down. Nimmo's turn. Leadoff man for the Mets. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Right fielder for New York. This one's hit into left field, goes the other way with it, bounces over the left field wall for a ground rule double. So Nimmo is on second base with 1 out. Brewers still up 2-1 over the Rockies. That one's in the 4th. Cubs and Cardinals scoreless in the 4th also. And so with a runner on first, or check that, runner on second base, Pete Alonso is up. Home run number 52 earlier in the game. And he's got 2 strikes right now on him. All right, Bentley, let's do something. Anything. Braves look pretty lethargic tonight. And it's now 1-2 on Pete Alonso. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Alonso retired. Now it's time for J.D. Davis. He also hit a home run earlier tonight. Left fielder J.D. Davis, 2 for 3, a double and a home run. 21 home runs on the year for him with a .308 average. He fouls away the pitch. Swarzak kicks and fires. Where was that pitch? That was right through there. Called a ball, though. It's 1-1. There's a foul ball. It's 1-2. Yeah, Tony Richmond, I guess when you walk in a Walmart where you are, they might not have any Braves caps. I found one recently for, I don't know, about $12 in Walmart. Here's the 1-2. High, 2-2. Braves with an 11-5 record against the Mets this year. A beach ball has made it onto the field, and the ball boy comes to collect it. So it's 2-2. Let's go ahead and record out number 3. Okay, so Bentley is coming at us from Carrollton. All right. 2-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. So Swarzak strikes out the side, and in between, he gave up the ground rule double. So we head to the 7th inning. Time to stretch. No, check that. Strike that. That's coming up after this next half inning. But we are headed to the 7th, where the Mets have a 4-2 lead on the Braves, and we will be back. All right, time to go to work in the top of the 7th. New pitcher for the Mets, Familia. And leading off for the Braves this inning will be Cervelli, pinch hitting. So Cervelli batting for Swarzak. Strike one on Cervelli after the foul ball. That's right. Jay Bentley knows all about that West Georgia life. Way inside, Cervelli. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Cervelli grounds one over to third. Third baseman drops it, picks it up, fires over to first, and there's the out. Spyro Gyro. I know I've heard of that. What is that? That sounds really familiar. I'm starting to wonder about this Linda person. I'm wondering if Linda and Dab happen to know each other. Just an observation. We'll follow up on that a little bit later. And so back to the top of the order. Here's Dansby. Swinging bunt. Third baseman bare hands it. Throws to first, but he's safe. Yeah, I thought so, Linda. Yep, that's definitely safe. And so Dansby is on first. Here's Ozzy. Maybe he can spark a rally. Bentley, I'm not a huge college football. I'm more of a pro football fan. I'm a big Falcons fan. However, if you're looking for Dogs coverage, you need to subscribe to Bone Crusher's channel. He brought us the Notre Dame game last week. Dogs are off this weekend, and he'll have whatever the next one is next week. All right, Mark Lane has walked through the arch at UGA. You're only supposed to do that if you graduate. And so it's 1-1 to Ozzy. Ozzy hits one pretty well. Oh, but that's caught. Thought I was going to split the gap. And returning to first is Dansby with 2 out now. Yeah, Bentley. Matt Ryan has not looked good this year so far. I keep thinking he's going to turn around any game. Maybe it'll happen this Sunday against Tennessee. You can find out right here. I will be doing the same thing for the Falcons game on Sunday that we're doing here right now. So here's Freddie Freeman, 2 outs. Chance for him to tie the ball game with 1 swing. And so the pitch instead of first. All right, Linda, see you next time. Thanks for stopping in. First pitch to Freddie is in there for a strike. Welcome in, Kacker. Well, the Saints didn't look down last week, right? You guys pulled out the win with Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. Pretty impressive feat. I just assumed that the Panthers and the Saints would lose last Sunday with their replacement QBs, but instead they both won. So the pitch to Freddie. That is outside. 2 outs, but on deck is Josh Donaldson. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Freddie. Foul ball. Freddie's swing seems to be okay tonight. He hasn't gotten any base hits, but doesn't look to be favoring his elbow in any way. Another throw to first. Dansby back again. Two-two pitch. And he swings and misses. So Freddie's 0 for 4 tonight. And that'll do it for the Braves in the 7th inning. And now it is time to stretch from Flushing, New York. And we'll be back. Braves still down 4-2. And the Braves have 9, check it, 6 more outs. Braves has 6 more outs to get this thing tied up or taking the lead. So we'll find out if they could do that right after this. All right, we're back. Bottom of the 7th. Shane Green is on the pitch for the Braves. And Walking Legends back in and reports the Cardinals are up on the Cubs 1-0. And last check, Milwaukee had a 2-1 lead in their game against Colorado. One to Todd Frazier. He gets a hold of one. That's a fair ball down the left field line all the way to the wall. Chugging for second base and stand-up double for Frazier, lead off. Two-bagger in the bottom of the 7th. Just a rough night for Braves pitching all around. The score is not out of hand, but we cannot put together any 1, 2, 3 innings. Tomorrow's game, 7:15 Eastern. Bone Crusher with that one. Subscribe to his channel by clicking the link in my description. Fulte will take the mound for Atlanta in that game tomorrow. Yeah, Legend, we're back over 300 subs. Let's hope it sticks this time. Maybe we need to get a few more just to guarantee that won't happen again. Here's Rosario. He's 1 for 3 tonight. .287 on the year, 15 home runs, 72 RBIs for the shortstop. This one's a fly ball to medium center, not too deep, but deep enough to have the runner at second tag and move over to third. So with 1 out now, Todd Frazier is at third base. Mets looking for an insurance run. Here's Joe Panik, second baseman, batting .241. He walked in the first and is 0 for 2 officially on the night. Infield playing in to try to cut down this runner at third. And now it's 2-0 on Panik. Tigers and White Sox game canceled due to weather. And they just said, screw it, we're not making this one up. It doesn't matter. These two teams are near the basement anyway. .3-0 pitch to Panik is right through there. Taking all the way. Lifted into left field. Markakis has it with a runner tag. He will. Here's the throw, and he is out. Double play. One of the best kinds there is. The old outfield double play. Markakis with the put out in left field, and also with the assist to Flowers, and that will take care of the Mets. Finally, something to get excited about. Let's see if we can capitalize when we come back. Enjoy the mini rave, kids. I'll be right back. This is A-Bomb Coast to Coast on a Friday night. Top of the 8th inning rolls around. Lugo, the new pitcher for the Mets. 7-4 record, 60 games played, 2.77 ERA, 78 innings pitched. And so Josh Donaldson is our leadoff man in the 8th. He's 1 for 2. He starts us off with a base hit to left field. Leadoff single for the bringer of rain. So batting 5th tonight for the Braves is Nick Markakis. 9 home runs, 62 RBIs, 290 batting average, and 1 for 3 tonight. And Lugo deals, and that is ball 1. Way outside, 2-0. Cardinals still with a 1-0 lead over the Cubbies in the 5th inning. That one is from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. And in that Milwaukee game, Brewers still up 2-1 over the Rockies in the 6th. And there's ball 3 to Markakis, 3-0. Yeah, Westbrook, you know we don't even wake up until the 7th inning. That's how it's been this year with our O. Swinging on the 3-0 pitch, and that's fouled back. 3-1 to Markakis with nobody out. This one is popped up. Well, not popped up, actually pretty deep. And about 2 steps shy of the track is where that one is caught. That one kept going and going, but he got under it just a little too much. So Josh Donaldson returns to first. There is now 1 out in the 8th. And Matt Joyce is in. Twins up 6-2 over the Kansas City Royals. Twins headed to the playoffs. First time in a while. And the first pitch to Joyce is a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. That is outside. Joyce 0 for 3 on the night. Still has a respectable average, 294. 7 home runs for him on the year, so we know he can go yard at any given time. But that's strike 2. It's 1-2 now. Bone Crusher back in. And there's strike 3 to Joyce. 2 outs. So it started pretty promising. We had Josh Donaldson reach on a leadoff single. Then we had a 3-0 count on Markakis. He ended up being retired. And we now have 2 outs. And it's Echeverria. Haven't seen him in a while. He's pinch hitting. Whatever happened to him? Well, I guess I know what happened to him. Dansby Swanson came off the injured list. And it's 0-1. On the shortstop, pinch hitter. And Echeverria singles to left field. So if anything else, we're moving the lineup along, and hopefully we can send some decent batters up in the 9th inning, if nothing else. He was batting in the 7th spot. He was batting for Tyler Flowers, so let's see who comes up and bats in the 8th spot. Okay, it's Rafael Ortega. He stayed in the game from his last pinch hitting appearance. His average is at 198. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to answer that, Gibby. Ortega had one shining moment this year, and that was a grand slam. I want to say it was against the Dodgers on the Sunday game of that series and help us take 2 or 3 from LA. That was a huge grand slam. Other than that, not so much. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is low. Here's the 1-1. It's low, 2-1. Lugo gets set to fire this one off to Ortega. Here's the 2-1. That is right down the middle, and he took it for strike 2. That was a fastball. Two, just off the corner, 3-2. So with 3-2 count, runners on first and second will get a little bit of a head start. Three-two pitch, fouled away. We'll do it again. Appreciate all the 23 likes. That looks really good. If you haven't done that, please take care of that part of your obligation. And of course, hit the sub. Subscribe to us if you like what you see here. Braves, Falcons, and more. 3-2 pitch is fouled away. And another 3-2 coming up. Washington beat the Cleveland Indians, which should come close to mathematically eliminating the Indians. Another foul ball. It's 10 o'clock on a Friday night. Welcome into our coverage of Braves versus Mets. I'm A-Bomb. You're watching Coast to Coast. And we have a 3-2 count on Ortega. Hit to second and throw on to first, and that is going to do it for the Braves in the 8th. Looked promising to start with, but fizzled out. No runs crossed the plate for the Braves in the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the inning. Mets will try to tack on some insurance, and they have a 4-2 lead over Atlanta. Mark Melanson is in for the Braves. To pitch the bottom of the 8th inning, Lagares. He's 1 for 2. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up for the Mets. And Lagares puts the charge into 1, but no problem for Joyce. Catches it in right field. So when we come back in the top of the 9th, the Braves will send up a pinch hitter, and then Dansby, and then Ozzie, and then Freddie if anybody gets on base. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Wish we had cleared that 9 spot in the 8th, but oh well. So the pitch to Nito. He hits one just out of play in right field. 1-1 for the 8th place man for the Mets. Next pitch, a little tapper to third. Josh Donaldson makes a nice play. Quickly, 2 outs. Mark Lane, well, we don't have a DH tonight. We're, yeah. And we did have one in those Kansas City games that we were playing out in the American League home field. And so here's Guillorme. Last chance if the Mets are going to tack on any insurance. And Tony Richmond hasn't given up yet. We're only down by 2. Melanson looks in, kicks, fires. Ball 1. Okay, pinch hit, right. Yeah, I'm not sure who we've got left. Let's see, we've already used a couple of different guys. Too bad Culberson is out for the season. Maybe Brian McCann. He would be definitely eligible to pinch hit. Two-one pitch. Ground ball to second. Ozzie takes care of that one. So nice 1-2-3 inning. Brought to us by Melanson. So nice job by him. Last chance for the Braves. 9-1-2 batters will be coming up as soon as we get back for the 9th inning. So here we are, top of the 9th inning. And let's see who's batting. Okay, it's Cervelli. I think the Braves did a double switch. Okay, so Cervelli is still in there. He's batting 9th. And it's quickly 0-2. Mets still have Lugo out on the mound. They did not bring the closer in for this one. So Dansby batting after Cervelli. After that, it's Ozzie. And hopefully after that, it's Freddie. That one was way inside. Almost hit Cervelli. And it looks like that is a hit batsman. All right then, that's a break. If it got him, it must have barely grazed the uniform. And it did. He probably felt nothing but a little bit of wind on that one. And so, we've got a runner on first, leadoff man on in the 9th. And now it looks like now the umpires are going to review this. I don't know, man. I don't actually think it hit him. Let's see this again from another angle. Okay, never mind. It looks like the call stands. All right then. Gibby, I don't know if he got hit, but it's been confirmed. And so Dansby is the potential tying run. Dansby 3 for 4 tonight. Heating up at the right time. Here's the 1-0 to Dansby. Gets under this one. That's going to be out number 1. Fly ball out. Center field. Well, at least he did not hit into the double play. And that brings up Ozzie Albies. So here we go. Runner on first. 1 out. Pitch to Ozzie Albies. Called strike 1. He's 1 for 4 tonight. Freddie Freeman on deck. After that, Josh. Ozzie calls timeout. There's ball 1, 1-1. Lugo deals quickly. That one's in the dirt. 2-1. Reds up 5-4 over Pittsburgh in the 9th inning. And there's a foul ball. 2-2 now to Ozzie. And here's a big update. Colorado has now taken a 3-2 lead over Milwaukee. 6th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that's strike 3 swinging. Ozzie goes down swinging. 2 outs, last chance, last hope. Let's see what Freddie Freeman can do. He is hitless tonight and overdue. Braves must win this game if they hope to win 100 this year. That is about all we're playing for right now. We know that Ronald Acuna will not have the opportunity at the 40-40 club. He'll come up 3 stolen bases short. So it's 0-1 to Freddie. Runner on first, 2 outs, last hope for the Braves. And there's a ball. Braves scored 2 in the first inning, and that's all we've been able to put up. Ball 2. It's 2-1. Josh Donaldson would be next. And if Freddie reaches, Donaldson would represent the go-ahead run. It's low, 3-1. Fouled away, it's 3-2. Braves down to their final strike. Mets fans on their feet in Citi Field. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Freddie. Foul tipped. We'll do it again. Here comes the 3-2. The payoff to Freddie is fouled away. Three-two pitch. Here it comes. We'll do it again. Another foul. Good battle going on between Freddie and Lugo. We'll run down all the scores from around baseball as soon as this one goes final. And then we will get the hell out. Three-two, fouled away again. This might take a while. Big battle going on between these two. Probably been about 7 or 8 pitches in this at bat so far. And here comes the 10th pitch of the at bat. And Freddie grounds one over to first. Alonso throws to the pitcher Lugo covering at first, and that is the ball game. Final score from New York. The Mets win 4-2 over the Braves. So we will run down some scores for you. Braves will not be getting 100 wins this year, but we've still got a shot at 99. And so it's a final. The Washington Nationals beat the Indians 8-2. Bottom of the ninth in Pittsburgh, where the Pirates have a 6-5 lead now over the Reds. Marlins Phillies tied at 4 in the ninth inning. Final score from Toronto, where the Rays beat the Jays 6-2. Orioles beat the Red Sox 4-1. Cubs and Cardinals are now knotted up at 1 in St. Louis. That one's in the 6th inning, and we'll keep an eye on that one. Yankees 8, Rangers 2. That one's in the 6th. And the Rockies have taken a big lead over the Brewers. Uh-oh! It's 8-2 there. Rockies 8, Brewers 2 in the 6th. Twins have a 6-2 lead over the Royals. Padres 1, Diamondbacks nothing. That one's just underway. Astros and Angels scoreless. That one's just underway. Athletics and the Seattle Mariners are in Seattle tonight, and the A's have a 1-0 lead there. Dodgers nothing, Giants nothing in the first inning. And then we talked about the Tigers and the White Sox game that just got canceled. They're saying, screw it, we're not going to make this one up. It doesn't matter. Both teams suck. So really appreciate everybody for joining me tonight. This will be my last regular season Braves game for you. Bone Crusher has tomorrow night's game for you. New York and the Braves. Once again, 7:15 Eastern time for that one. You know where to find the Bone Crushers channel. That's in the description. The link is down there. And so A-Bomb will see you in the playoffs. All you Braves fans, I will not see you until we get into the playoffs. Whenever that game is, we know it's a Thursday game, but we don't know what time it is. Hopefully it's prime time. Hopefully I'm off work by the time it starts. And if it is, I will bring that one to you. And for Falcons fans, we'll see you right here Sunday at 1 o'clock for Falcons Titans. So, once again, thanks everybody for joining us. The Mets win 4-2 over the Braves tonight. We will see you next time. Good night now from Georgia.